Okay, everybody. On the count of three, you know what to say. Alright, 1, 2, 3. Bye, Felicia. No, wait, no, that's not right. Bye, Calgary. See you later. Okay, so maybe I was a little bit premature on the fucking bye Calgary thing. It's been about 20 minutes here, and now I'm outside of Calgary. You know, I guess that just goes to show, like, when you live somewhere, you tend to think it's a small city, and yeah, Calgary's no like Vancouver or Los Angeles by any means, but it is a pretty big city. So just to kind of put things into perspective for you, like, I've already done about 50 kilometers, so I think that's what, like 35 miles, and now I'm just getting to like the edge of the city. So that's pretty decent sized. If you haven't noticed, we're on our way to fucking Seattle. So far it's pretty good weather. Things are a little questionable towards Cranbrook, British Columbia, but according to the forecast, by the time I get there, it's supposed to just be cloudy and bad, you know, like cool. Yeah, so hopefully this goes well. I always find when it takes me forever to get out of a city, it feels like I haven't gone anywhere. For example, this trip is, I believe it was like 1,147 kilometers. I'm not sure off the top of my head. I'm going to say like 800 miles. Let's go 700 miles. So it's like, okay, so I got on the road now and I put in about 100 kilometers, 60 miles. But it doesn't feel like I've gone anywhere because it took me 40 minutes to even get outside of Calgary. So it's like, oh man, I still have so far to go. When really, no, I've already knocked close to 10% of this trip off. So that's just something to, you know, to think about. Like, it's, you know, does that happen to you guys? Do you find, like, when you're stuck in a city and it's a massive city, it takes you forever, or like it makes you feel like you're not moving anywhere? Not even a wave or a head nod. I hate you. I'm starting to get into that southern Alberta wind. I don't know how to describe this, but there's like this certain point when you're heading south in Alberta, you hit the spot and it's like poof, wind. And I mean, basically here all the way to quite a ways from here, the wind gets so bad it will actually just turn semis over. Like, they'll be driving down the road, tractor trailer, stuff like that, and the wind will literally just tip them over. Like, that's nuts. That's how bad the wind can get here. I don't think there's much wind today. There's probably the normal amount, or less than normal. I don't know if you can hear it through the microphone or not, but thankfully, it's not going to be super windy today. When I did that cannonball run last year, oh man, that was awful. I remember I was just like talking like this because it was like breaking my neck because my head was so sore. I'm also looking for my turn. It should be coming up here sometime soon. And here's my turn. Well, I guess one of many that are going to happen. I still have not invested in a GPS for like my bike. I don't know why. The amount of trips I take, the amount of times I'm without data. I mean, I guess like it's cool. Like, I know how to read a map. And for my younger viewers, a map, M-A-P, it's like that app you have on your phone with the maps, but it's a paper version. So it's kind of like the beta map, you know, GPS app type thing. Just so you know. Maybe that'd make for a good how-to video. How to use map and compass on side of roads. Oh man, I'm just bugging everybody. I'm sure they still teach that in school. At least I would really hope so, because that's a useful thing to have in life. I know when I was in school, they fucking taught us how to use maps and stuff and compasses and what the legend is, and oh yeah, that's good stuff. Now I'm going head on into the wind, so it's actually not too bad because I can just lean against my suitcase and just let it beat me up. Oh, isn't that lovely? Detour. Cool. This is quite the detour. Like, wow, I've been going on this for about 15-20 minutes now. Like, what are they doing? That's kind of what I'd like to know. And why, you know, I wouldn't have taken the turn off the main highway that I did if I had known that this one was going to be so much of a runaround. I would have just kept going a little bit further south and taken another right turn there to head west. That's a little frustrating. So with this turn coming up here, this is the next section that I was the most worried about going through at the beginning of May. Because so far I've just been dancing along the foot of the mountains, kind of heading south. Now I turn hard west and I go right through them. So it being the beginning of May, I mean, snow's a really big possibility. I was pretty diligent about checking the forecasts and making sure that there was no snow anywhere and that nowhere had been snowing. But it's just that time of the year where stuff can happen. And I know the temperature's definitely dropping, so I think one of these next towns here, I'm probably going to stop for lunch and put something else on because I'm starting to get a little cold. This definitely isn't looking very promising. Look, I stopped in the last town and I got fuel, and unfortunately, even though in my last video I was saying how there wasn't room for the jacket, I found a way to stuff that jacket in there. And I'm glad I did, because right now it's about 5 degrees Celsius, so I don't know what's that, like 35 Fahrenheit, so my mobility is definitely affected. I'm moving around a little bit like the Michelin Man, but I'm actually fairly warm. When I was getting gas, I checked the weather for the next town, which is Fernie, British Columbia, and according to that, it was like sunny and like 12 degrees or something like that. I'm not thinking that's too accurate right now, because these are kind of looking like some bad clouds. Hopefully I can make it there. Maybe once I'm done having lunch or something, I should probably put on my rain pants just so I can save some time on the side of the highway if I have to. So I'm rolling into that Fernie, British Columbia now. For the last little while here, there's been like water on the side of the roads, so I must be just like chasing some sort of rainstorm or just missed one. I'm not 100% sure there. Either way, I'm happy. So yeah, definitely after lunch here, I'm gonna be putting my rain pants on. Like this, yeah, getting wet at slightly above freezing doesn't interest me in the slightest. I don't know about you guys. Okay. So while I was eating lunch there, it started raining. It's not currently raining at the moment, but you better fucking believe I put all my rain gear on. So now I have a head-turning ability of about that. Okay, well, hopefully this is it for the rain, and then shortly after Cranbrook I can fucking take all this off. Well, I'm not sure if it's going to show up on the camera or not, but I managed to find the rain. Didn't take me too long to catch up to it. Whatever, I kind of knew this was going to happen. I just didn't really want to come across the rain until I was out of the mountains. Mainly just because I'm scared of snow. Like you get up into those mountain passes and it can turn pretty bad pretty quick even if you're in a vehicle, so that's not something I'd want to experiment with on the motorcycle. It definitely is really good scenery around here. I know their slogan is beautiful British Columbia, and yeah, you know, it's definitely true. Like lots of forestry, lots of mountains, lots to see, lots to do. There's my Dr. Seuss rhyme for the day, but I don't know if I'd want to live here though, you know, because like I kind of like, well, I don't really like where I am, but I like the fact that it's far enough from the mountains that it's not as unpredictable as the mountains. I don't know. I mean, I think that's kind of how it goes. Like, everyone hates where they are, and they want to go somewhere else. Because, like, whenever I hear people that are like, oh man, I want to move to Calgary and stuff like that, I'm like, why? Like, there's fucking not much going on there. Like, but I grew up there, I've been there forever, so nothing's really all that new and exciting there for me. And I'm sure if I said to someone, like, oh man, I want to move to, like, I don't know, like, let's use Seattle as an example since I'm on my way there. Someone who grew up there would probably be like, ugh, why? Nothing to do there. Yet for me, being someone new there, there's lots to do. I got something to talk about here. I've been thinking about this a little bit since I left Fernie there for lunch. And I'm starting to get up to where things might be problems. So I don't actually know what I'm going to do if I'm just like randomly trucking along here and then suddenly the fucking... like I come around a corner like that and it's like poof, blizzard, and there's like snow on the road and stuff. I think I'd have to get off the bike, fucking go and check how bad the road is, like see if like how slippery it feels, and then I don't know, like, because I'm too far to just like hunker down for a night. Like, I don't know, like I might have to like actually like go home, get my truck, and then just like drive all night through. Like, I don't know, because that would suck, and that's not going to happen to us. I'm sure of it. Oh my god, look at it. Oh man, that's so bad. Fuck, it rained pretty hard. That sucks. Hopefully Seattle has car washes, because I cannot spend a week looking at my bike like that. Oh man. I've been noticing something since I stopped there in Cranbrook to get some fuel. I'm going to see if you guys notice this too. If you look at the scenery, like ahead of me and beside me and stuff like that, as I'm getting further south, are you noticing something that's different and not there? I'll give you a second. Alright, I'm glad we're on the same page there. There's no more snow. So, that's kind of cool. Like, maybe there's a little bit at the top of there, but definitely not the same as when we started the day, whereas like half of the mountains, half of the hills were just covered in snow. I'm not super familiar with how it works, but I think I am getting into that Spokane Valley. I'll have to do some looking. But from what I understand, like, it's just like a current, air currents or whatever. So it's, it's warmer, right? I'll have to do some research into that, and I'll talk about it on the way back so that I don't sound like a fucking idiot. A couple kilometers out from the U.S. border. I'm not sure how this is going to go. I always seem to have really bad luck at the borders. And, with all that tightening everything up lately, I'm just kind of like, ugh, fuck. I'm also not sure, am I supposed to say for business because I'm going down for a course for work, or for pleasure because I'm, like, mainly going to enjoy being down there? That's a tough call. I'll decide what I say when I get there. Wish me luck, though. We made it. We are now officially in the United States. I had to take off all my shit. So that's why I'm pulled over here trying to get dressed again. So, I had a notification on my phone, flood watch, or flood warning for Eastport, Idaho. And yeah, I'd say so. Like, that's pretty high up. Oh, caught my foot on my kickstand there. Oops. But yeah, I mean, look at that. That's definitely pretty high up. Jeez. So I'm a little ways into Idaho now. The roads here are nice. Like, they're actually well paved, well maintained. Got some good curves to them. That's nice. Bonners Ferry, Idaho. That's a cool looking little town. I rather enjoy the old brick buildings and the industrial type look. So I mean, we're well into the States now, no turning back. I think it's safe to say we're not going to come across any snow, I hope. I don't think there's any more passes or anything that I have to go through, but looking at the time and looking at how this day's been going and stuff, I'm starting to kind of feel like Spokane might be a good stopping point for this evening. We'll see what's up once we get there. Uh-oh. Slide ahead down to one lane. I'm not really near anything that could have caused like a mudslide or an avalanche or something, so I'm kind of curious what's going on here. Okay, alright, now I'm seeing some stuff that slid. I guess they must have had a lot of rain or something, just causing that one hill to go. Yeah, whatever. Didn't hold me up too long, so that's good. Oh man, crossing something. I don't know what this is. It's just a couple minutes after Sandpoint, Idaho. So yeah, I don't know. But it looks kind of cool. You don't get scenery like this back home because it's like dry mountains. I guess this is in the mountains still, but we don't have the lakes and stuff. So yeah, well, I'll let you guys take it in for a little bit too. So I'm getting into Coeur d'Alene now, and unfortunately it's rush hour time, so I'm hoping that this road doesn't go through like downtown and hit a big like jam up or something, but I don't think Coeur d'Alene's that big. I saw the sign and it said like population 50,000, so that's not a very big city. I'm not quite sure where I am, but it seems like a good place to check the map and figure out where I want to stay. Alright, so I did a little look in there, figured out where I am and what way I should get going. I think I'm going to stop on the west side of Spokane just so that I can avoid the morning rush hour and stuff like that. Yeah, it turns out Spokane's a little bit bigger than I thought it was because I was going for a little bit there and I was like, I don't want to end up passing the city and then seeing some sign where it's like, oh, the next place is 45 miles away or something, and then it's like, damn it, I gotta keep going. Well, I think I found myself something worth stopping at for the night. Hopefully they have smoking rooms. So I will check back in with you guys tomorrow morning, and we will complete our journey to Seattle. Well, good morning, everyone. Not a very good morning for me. It's raining right now, and it's probably like 40 degrees Fahrenheit. It's 7 degrees Celsius. So this is going to suck. Looking at the forecast, it's not supposed to be raining, and it's not raining anywhere else. So hopefully this is short-lived. I knew it wouldn't take too terribly long to get out of the rain. It took about a half hour or so that's not too bad. I'm not going to bother taking off the raincoat until I need to stop for fuel or something like that. So I got passed by these guys up in front of me. I read their patches on the back. Looks like they're a veteran motorcycle club, so that's kind of cool. There's not too much of that around Calgary. Like there's a veterans MC that I know of, but I've never actually seen them around. So far since I've been down here, I've seen quite a few like army-based riding clubs. Although these guys have the MC patch, but whatever. Hoping it warms up a little bit. Like it's not all that warm out right now. Man, I just went like 100 miles. Without stopping, and it's so windy that, oh my god, I'm like a parachute out there. I gotta take this rain gear off. Like, wow, my arms are tired from holding them up there.
Well, I'm making some pretty good time, so I reckon I'm going to go across the street here to McDonald's and grab a coffee. Okay, now I'm getting back on track here. I took a little longer than I probably should have there, about a half hour, but yeah, whatever. I mean, my course doesn't start today, right? So I don't exactly have to be in Seattle at a certain time, but yeah, whatever. I find when you're riding in rain or when you're riding like fully geared up, it's like it tires you out, because I was getting like basically parachuted by my rain gear there, and yeah, it sucked. Are we there yet? I was coming down this hill here, and I was like, wow, this is some pretty good scenery actually. Like, look at that. I think the last sign I saw, I'm about 130 miles out. I think, yeah. Either way, I got a couple more hours to go. But I am definitely getting bored. Like, I want to get there and do stuff. I don't know what I'm going to do once I get there. Maybe find a car wash, because this bike's embarrassing. I'm not 100% sure, but I'm pretty sure straight ahead there, that is that famous mountain in Washington. I think it's Mount Helena or Mount Helens or something like that. I'll have to check it out at the next stop and make sure I'm correct. But there's a lot of snow on that mountain, so I'm hoping I don't go anywhere too near that. Alright, got my fuel topped up, and checked the map and everything. Looks like got 100 miles to go, so a touch over an hour and we'll fucking be there. That, on the side of the road there, piled a couple feet high, is snow. I did not, like, I don't know, I must be like geographically retarded. I thought like Seattle was on the coast, and for some reason that the mountains ended like way before there. Maybe I need to refresh my memory and look at a map at some point here, see where exactly the mountains go. But yeah, I definitely did not expect this. And it's cold. Like, it's sunny, but it's cold. I really hope that's not my exit on the left. Like, why would the exit be to the left? That just doesn't make sense. No, it's got to be the fucking on the right coming up or something. We're rolling into town now, though. It's definitely a lot busier than Calgary, that's for sure. Oh no, I see the sign. There it is. Oh, time to rear end this car. And I need to go north. So I'm gonna need this one. Yeah. We'll figure it out from here. At least I know that, like for the hotel I'm gonna be staying at, it's somewhere along this stretch going north. So if I hit the end of the road or something like that, I'll be like, oh, gotta turn around, find it. But I'm definitely hoping the hotel could check me in a little bit early or something or whatever, because I don't feel like riding around with these bags on anymore, and I've said this a few times, but I'm going to find a car wash. Yeah, because I just can't handle the way the bike looks right now. The way the bike looks right now, it just upsets me. So I think it's safe to say at this point, fuck you, Angry Ginger. I made it. He was convinced I was going to die along the way, so as you can see directly in front of me, I have made it. I mean, there's nothing saying I won't get killed right now by a vehicle, but it was not the road conditions that killed me. So in your face. Yes. This is definitely going to be a pretty long video. I know I was putting some of it together from yesterday, and we're probably going to be tipping in around the 30-minute mark. So I decided to just do one long video for the getting here, because breaking it up like I did last summer, like, man, those were boring, and I know they were. There's no way to make a
like going somewhere road, like, or going somewhere video like exciting. Like there's just no way to make it work. Because it's like, oh, look at this stuff. Oh, look at this stuff. Oh, here I am here. Here I am doing this. So I'm just gonna make like a big long one. People can skim through it and let me know what they think. I'm definitely looking forward to do some vlogs around Seattle here. Checking out some coffee. Seems to be the city of coffee. Everything's always Seattle's best. But if you're new to this, make sure you check out some of the other videos, and make sure you hit that subscribe button. Thanks for tagging along on this long, wet, cold journey. But don't worry, we're there. Thanks.